Like I'm scrolling like, oh, they talk a lot. Okay. Hey y'all, and we're back with another video, another story time. I am Yin, and this is Yin's Universe. I'll put all my socials right here. And y'all, I've been thinking, because you know, every YouTuber has that thing, like their little thing that they say or they do or whatever like that. And I was thinking, I'm going to call y'all my stars since I'm the universe. You know what I'm saying? Because what would the universe be without stars? It's perfect. Yeah, so today is going to be another story time. And this is going to be the story time about the first time I ever went through a phone. The first time I ever went through a phone. Okay, so this story time is going to be about my first boyfriend, my first love, whatever you want to call it. And I actually had told somebody about this, and I was like, oh, this was my first love. And they were like, because this happened when I was in middle school, and they were like, how do you know that you're in love in middle school? Excuse me. And these people are like in their 20s like me. Excuse me, auntie. I didn't know that you couldn't feel love for somebody just because you're young. I'm not saying y'all get what I'm trying to say. It was my first my first boyfriend, the first person I ever had, oh, this is more than a crush. I actually care about you. If you want to know what my shirt says, it says, be his peace because I'm his problem. Okay, that's not what the video is about though. The video is about the first time I ever went through a phone. So me and him were on the track team. He also played basketball, and I think he played football too. I don't remember if he played in middle school, but he definitely played in high school. The name we're gonna give him is actually, I asked him what his name was gonna be. I told him I was gonna tell a story time about him. I just didn't tell him what. So I know when he sees this, he's probably gonna be like, oh my God. But yeah, so he was he gave me two names, but the name that I like, yeah. So we're gonna call him Jaden, which kind of fits because his name started with a J. Okay, so boom. We had a track meet, right? And this was like states. So for our states track meets, we would go to either A&T or we would go to Hillside. So this was either states or nationals or something. I don't know. It was a big track meet to where we had to go to a different, a bigger school or whatever. So yeah, I ran the 4x8, the 400, and the 800, and the 4x4. I think, if my memory serves correctly. But yeah, anyway, so the 4x8 is at the beginning. I ran my race, everything's going good. I'm having a good time at the meet. And me and him were basically booed up the whole time, which my dad and my aunt were there, and they were salty as my dad has never liked me to be with any dude. He's just that typical dad that's gonna be overprotective. If you try to talk to anybody, that's my dad. Which there's another situation with my dad and him. That's another story. Anyways. But yeah, so yeah, we're just sitting there we got our own little spot on the bleachers. Basically my whole team was on one set of bleachers, and then all the other teams that were there were kind of because there's two sets of bleachers on Hillside's track or whatever. So it's the track, and then one side of bleachers, which is a lot of bleachers, and then there's the other side, which is not as much bleachers. But yeah, everything was going good, and all my teammates are running, we're cheering each other on, stuff like that. So I just kind of felt I don't know, I've always gotten this just feeling and I feel it started here. It started here of go through that phone. It's just that intuition that be go through that phone. We're just I noticed throughout the day that he had been texting somebody, and I was just curious about what it was, but I was not as upfront as I am now, as outspoken as I am now. I was not that way. I was very much shy, and and then this is I'm in middle school, so this is my first relationship, so I don't even really know how to go about it, so I noticed he was texting somebody throughout the day. So like we're just sitting there talking, me and him, you know, and he's about to get ready to go stretch and do drills and stuff before his race. So I've been doing this since day one. I taught myself, well, I don't know how I thought of this, but I said, you know what, I'm gonna watch him put in his passcode. So while he wasn't paying attention, I was looking and I watched him put in his passcode. I'm like, okay, so 7632. Okay, bad. So now I'm like, I'm excited. I keep saying the numbers in my head because I don't want to forget. You know how they go. I'm like 7632, 7632, 7632. I just made up some numbers. I don't know if that's what it is or not. I'm like, okay. So so he leaves. He's like, okay, bye. I'm like, bye, good luck. Good luck. I'm sorry, y'all. I'll be so goofy, like, who's back serious? Okay. So so he's sitting there. I mean, he left in his phone. He put his phone in his bag. I'm like, this is it. Okay, bet. So I get his phone and I'm just going through it. I'm like, okay. I get to the messages. Oh. And then I think this was her. I'm gonna give her a name. I'm pretty sure this is her name. And if I remember it from all this time ago, that's how you know I'm traumatized. But I don't know the girl. I don't even know if he still talks to her or not. I don't really care to give her a fake name. But the girl's name was Diana. I think that was her name. I'm almost 100% sure that was her name. But yeah. So I'm like, who the fuck is Diana? I'm reading through. I'm like scrolling. I'm like, oh, they talk a lot. Okay. And I found out that she was some Hispanic girl and she went to another school, and it looked like they weren't in a relationship, but they were like talking and he'd be like flirting with her and stuff like that. I'm just going through the messages and my little heart is just like shattering into a million pieces. I'm like, oh no, he did. Unfortunately, my phone did that bullshit again, but I remember where I was at now. It's one thing I will never forget that like bothered me so long. Like it bothered me for so long. I don't know if y'all ever talk to like Spanish people or whatever, but when they text, they don't say like ha 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 or whatever. They'll say ja, like J-A-J-A. And I just like, that pissed me off so bad. Like, I don't know. I feel like I was probably hating because I was like, oh, this is different. This is cute or whatever. Like, oh, he likes this or whatever. Like, I'm just me. That's how I felt back then. But now it's like, oh, I'm me. I'm her. Yeah, all that in a bag of chips. I don't have to say ja or be foreign or whatever. I could just be me. Anyways, so he finished with his race. I am crushed. Like, I am heartbroken or whatever. So the meet goes on. The meet continues and stuff like that. Everything goes on. He comes back. I'm just like, like standoffish towards him. Like, yeah, like, you know, I didn't want to tell him right there because I didn't know what to say exactly. I know that sounds crazy, but like I said, I'm 12 or 13. I'm not experienced in like relationships and stuff like that. Anyways, yeah, so get home or whatever, and he's texting me, and I'm like, so who's Diana? And he's like, oh, she's just a friend or whatever. Like, y'all seem more than like just friends or whatever. I'm like, so you're cheating on me. Like, you're literally cheating on me. Like, what did I do to deserve this? I don't want to talk to you ever again. Blase, blah, you know. And he's like, forgive me and this and that and the third and blah, 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 blah. Y'all know how it goes. So now I'm just sad. I'm moping around the house, and my dad, like, he caught the vibe. He was like, it was like he was low-key excited. Like, he was low-key excited that we had broke up. He's like, I don't even know what happened, but that needs to be the end of it. It ain't no taking nobody back. It's not this and it's not that and the third. Like, my dad is like, my dad is happy that the situation is over. So like time goes on or whatever. And then I think he probably just kept trying to like talk to me at school and stuff like that. And yeah, I think we wound up getting back together or whatever. But then the end of middle school happened and I went to a different high school and he went to a different high school. And over the summertime, I got my phone taken. So we didn't talk for a long time. But he knew that my people were strict and like would take my phone and shit. So whenever we started back talking, it was like it had been months. Like it had to have been over a half, like 6 to 8 months, like over half of a year of us not talking at all. So once we did finally start back talking, we both kind of knew that it was over with. And I don't know, it's like after he had did that, I just kind of wasn't like, I wanted to be back with him at first, but then after that it's like I'm in a new school with new dudes. Boy, who are you? No, I'm just kidding, but yeah. But yeah, that was my little short story time about the first time I ever went through a phone. Me and him have kept up with each other over the years. He's the only person from middle school that I still talk to. I think we went to the same elementary school, I think, but we didn't start knowing each other until middle school. But yeah, we've kept up with each other over the years. Sometimes when I go home, because he moved, he doesn't live in our hometown anymore. So if we happen to be there at the same time, like we might go get some lunch together or something like that. You know, we're still cool. Yeah, we actually have a streak together. So yeah, but that was my story time about the first time that I went through a phone. Thank you for watching. If you watched all the way to the end of this, put a sad face emoji in the comments for, you know, my first ever little heartbreak or whatever. Make sure y'all follow me on my socials, which I will put right here. Like I said earlier, I am Yin, and this is Yin's Universe, where y'all are my stars. Does that sound corny? You know what? All the YouTubers, their little stuff be sounding corny, so I don't care. Y'all are my stars. And I love all 74 of you that have subscribed to me. Thank you, because y'all took a chance on me. You know what I'm saying? I ain't have nothing. Y'all took a chance on me, so thank you. But yeah. I'm going to start trying to do Yin's Day Wednesday, so like where I post on Yin's Days, and F It Up Fridays where I post on Fridays. So I'm gonna try to post on Wednesdays and Fridays. It might be more like, you know, Thursday, Saturday, but yeah, I'm gonna try to do Yin's Day Wednesdays and F It Up Fridays. So I hope you have a good day or night whenever you're watching, and I hope both of the sides of your pillow are cold. And I don't know what else I can say, y'all. I just hope you have a good day. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.